Hey there, and welcome! Today we're diving into a really simple, low-cost weekly diet plan for managing diabetes. And the best part? It's been designed specifically for folks in Pakistan and India, using foods that are super easy to find and won't hurt your wallet. So let's just get right into it. Trying to manage a condition like diabetes can feel like a full-time job, right? Especially when you're trying to stick to a tight budget. It often feels like all the healthy stuff is way too expensive, and that can be really, really discouraging. But I'm here to tell you, it absolutely does not have to be that way. This entire explainer is all about giving you a simple, practical guide to take back control of your health with foods you can find pretty much anywhere. So let's see how it's done. All right, before we even get into specific meals, we gotta start with the foundation. I want you to think of these as the 5 golden rules. Seriously, if you can make these a part of your daily routine, you are already halfway to success. And here they are. These habits are so powerful because they're actually pretty simple. First, small portions at fixed times. This helps keep your blood sugar stable. Second, and this is a big one, you've got to cut out the sugar and soft drinks completely. Third, use way less oil when you cook. Fourth, just stick to plain water. And finally, get up and get moving every single day. It really is all about consistency. So when we say use less oil, what does that actually look like? Well, it's this simple. We're talking just 1 to 2 teaspoons per person for each meal. It's such a tiny change, but believe me, it can have a massive impact on your health. And it's the exact same idea with exercise. You don't need a fancy gym or any special equipment. We're just talking about a simple 20 to 30-minute walk each day. That's it. It's free, it's easy, and it is honestly one of the best things you can possibly do for your blood sugar. Okay, so with those 5 rules in your mind, let's get to the part I know you've been waiting for, the daily meal plan. This is where we see how it all comes together from the moment you wake up till you go to bed. So, you'll start your day super simple, a glass of warm water or maybe some green or black tea with no sugar, of course. Then for a mid-morning snack, you can grab a small apple, half a guava, or half a pear. The key thing here is you really want to avoid fruits that are packed with sugar, like bananas, mangoes, and grapes. Now for your main meals. And as you can see, there's a ton of great variety here, and none of it is going to cost you a fortune. For breakfast, maybe it's 1 chapati with a boiled egg or some dal. Lunch looks pretty similar, maybe a chapati with a nice vegetable curry. It's all about using simple, wholesome ingredients that are easy to get. And listen, this right here is so important. It's not just about what you eat, it's also about the little things you swap out. Ditch the heavy paratha or naan for a simple chapati. Choose a little bit of brown rice instead of white rice. And please, reach for a boiled egg or dal instead of anything fried or loaded with butter. These little swaps, they are a total game changer. Now, let's talk about dinner. The main idea here is really simple. Keep it light. You'll see great options like 1 chapati with some veggies or a simple vegetable soup. And one of the most important rules for dinner is no rice at night. I'm telling you, this is absolutely crucial for keeping your blood sugar stable while you sleep. If you need a little something in the evening, don't worry, the plan has you covered, with healthy options like roasted chana or a small handful of peanuts. What you've got to steer clear of, though, are those tempting biscuits or pakoras. And if you like something before bed, warm water or a small half cup of plain, unsweetened milk is perfectly fine. So you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great, but what do I actually put in my shopping cart? Well, that's a great question. Let's put it all together into a simple, smart shopping list. Okay, this is basically your core list. Dal and chana are your protein powerhouses, and they're super cheap. Eggs are another fantastic, affordable protein source. Then you're going to want to load up on seasonal vegetables, whatever is fresh and on sale. Finally, some oats and a small amount of brown rice will round out your list. It's really that simple. We've talked a lot about all the good stuff to eat. So now let's be crystal clear about what to avoid completely. Think of these as the non-negotiables that will make this whole plan work. This is the stuff you just have to eliminate, period. All forms of sugar, including jaggery and mithai, all soft drinks and juices, white bread and naan, and all those bakery and fried foods. Seriously, cutting these out is the single most powerful step you can take for your health. And that really brings us to the core message of this whole plan. This is not about perfection. It's not about some radical diet that you can only stick to for a week. It's about making simple, conscious, and consistent choices, day in and day out. That is where real, lasting change comes from. So, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this question. After looking at everything we've covered, the rules, the swaps, the foods to avoid, what is the one simple change you can commit to making starting today? Whether it's cutting out sugar from your tea or adding that 20-minute walk, just know that the real power is in starting small. Thanks so much for joining me.